Merry meet, children of Herne. Well, things are quite normal here, except for Dark Raven one. She's never normal. She's abnormal.
Talk about yourself.
I meant that in a nice way, my love. Abnormal, she is very far advanced. Many things have happened. Now, what was I going to talk about on here? There was something that was very important that I was going to talk about. It was so important, I forgot. Okay. First, I'm delighted, Marielle, that you like the flute. I told you it causes a beautiful, beautiful vibration. Well, I had something I was going to mention. Do you know what it was, love? No, she can't think. She hasn't got a brain in gear yet.
I'll give you a bath.
See? Violence again. Okay. We now understand that Obama may be with us for the next umpteen years. He's a very clever man. For this year, supposed to have been there to select a new president. That will not happen now, and it's put on hold indefinitely. Why? Because Obama will be calling for martial law. And martial law means there's no unauthorized groups can meet. So he safeguarded himself, the little monster. Spirit is moving in lots of ways. Now, I know what I was going to talk about, and it refers to Crystal Spirit Woman. When scrying, you're quite right. Make sure you have full protection. For scrying is like using a Ouija board. Ouija board can bring in loads of shit. Loads of it. And some of it can be quite dangerous. So we usually set up a form of protection near where the mirror that we're going to scry into. We light the appropriate coloured candles. We ask for support from our guides, Kuan Yin. We have our battle wand beside us. We use the rosary which is beside us, or on us. Hey, Ramon. So, the concentration that is needed, you just use the candles. Yeah, if you have a candle either side of the mirror, turn it, no other light, then scry. But make sure you're protected. If you don't, what happens, what you'll see is not very nice. You'll see what I see most times. I see a lot of evil spirits. I suppose you'd call them demonic in a way. I see people being influenced by a parasitical creature. That's the best way I can describe it, isn't it, love? Visualize an octopus on your back with its tentacles going into your back of your head. This is what I see sometimes. Now, on our travels with Ken, he should be on his way safely home now. we changed the weather completely round so that it remains sunny at all times. The spell is now being reversed to normal. But that's not what I want to talk about. Where we went, the only place of significance that meant anything to me personally, though it wrecked me and it also wrecked Dark Raven One, we walked quite a few miles. And that was the stone circle. The one we saw had the centre stone. And as you've seen from the pictures, it's a beautiful stone. And this was the important thing. This was the thing that blew my mind. The rest of it was a load of gibberish, really. The place where we went, where we saw the sculptures, highly dangerous, by the way. You could get killed there very easily if by accident if you're not very careful. That was interesting, and I thought it was illuminating. How the hell he managed to keep it running. I mean, the safety barrier was wobbly. If you went through the safety barrier, you'd drop on some rocks below. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But by the pictures, what you've seen is, I found was interesting. Good sculpture work. Not enlightening, but just refreshing. But when we came from there, we also went into, there's a little pub, little tavern, an inn, whatever you like to call it. It was dark and dismal. And I had great forebodings, so did Dark Raven One, before we entered it. When we entered it, it was kind of, it looked like a junk shop come pub, if you can understand that. We went into the back room, we sat down. Then the vision started. It was an IRA meeting place where they planned out their strategies. And I could see spirits around me. And I mentioned this, but no one else seemed to feel this except myself and Dark Raven One. It was that kind of place where you just want to go out and get out fast. You just want to get out of there. Anyway, we eventually escaped. And we returned home. Again, the stones still was stinging in our minds what the stones were. Because we knew but now what the stones were, and we knew how they were activated. It takes, once it's all been set up right, you've got to use an audio tone. 3 audio tones to activate it. But I know what it is, but I'm not going to go into it. I don't want some fool out there setting it up and attempting it, because all hell could break out. So now that's what that was about. But my main concern was, of course, the scrying. Dark Raven One has worked with most of you, including Crystal Spirit Woman, and her mind is unlocked. She's advancing at such a speed. Shadow Dancer, she asked me something, and I cannot remember what it was now. You know, when you get to my age, your memory seems to go kaput.
She asked you about arm signals.
Om? Okay. Oh yes, thank you. Om. What is Om?
It's the thing that you're under now.
That's right. Om. Om is the sound or vibrations used by, in Sanskrit, one little word, and it means the whole thing. What holds the planets in position, what is the planets, all the life forms that are on the planets and on this one, the energy that is emanating from these celestial bodies. This is all Om. It is the complete whole. In Sanskrit, one word can mean open up a complete. It's not just a word like in English. I would say, okay, temple. All right, everyone knows what temple is. Wow, yeah, great. But in Sanskrit, it opens up a complete spectrograph. Opens up everything. Like the word Om. I don't want to go into a Sanskrit lesson here, but Namaste, the spirit within me recognizes the spirit within you. That's what Namaste means. But it means a lot more than that. It's encompassing everything. Now, when we're at the stone circles, each stone reverberated a light. It reverberated like a ray. Each ray was a different colour. Then as it knit in, it all changed to one colour. And Ken turned round to me and said, yes, now I understand. All were different, but all were part and parcel of the one. They were all part and parcel of each other. And I thought this was fairly deep, and he was right. That's exactly the philosophy and the feeling you got. No, crystal spirit woman, you do not go to the centre of the circle and meditate. It's not what you want to do at all. I had a compulsion to play and have my flute and play, but fortunately I left the flute behind. Otherwise, God knows what would have happened. Well, nothing would have happened because I didn't have the other requirements. As I said, each stone is a platform.
14 minutes have passed.
There's a fellow there just said it's 14 minutes have passed. That means I've got 1 minute to say goodbye to you all. Now both videos I have kept quite serious today because it's points I wanted to get out to you. Again, I urge you to watch and listen to, oh Christ, what's his name? Oh God, it's gone out my head, love.
David Wilcox.
David Wilcox. What was the name of the video, love? Can't remember. Dark Raven only put it on the other day on Soul. Listen to it. Sit back, listen to it.
Interventions, great interventions.
It's called Great Intervention. So, it's up to you whether you do or not. If you want to feel this, what we feel, it might trigger something within your own minds. I hope so. Anyway, merry we have met. Merry we part. Merry we meet again. Namaste.